All right, so let's go ahead and start a new project. And this one is just going to be, so it'll just be iOS. And then we'll hit create. And then let's go ahead and we'll write our prompt here. So creating a tide chart app that shows a map view. Show the various tide gauges and a small chart showing the current tide level. And then let's see, let me select my location, the center of the map view. Let's see, also when I click the tide gauge, shows a full tide chart with predicted tides, the actual measured tide, and various high and low tide times. Also give me a button on the map screen that just shows the current tide gauge. All right, and then I'm going to make sure that this gets sent to the iPhone simulator. Let's see, I don't remember which one I've been using, but I think it was that one. Okay. All right, so it's going to think about it and come up with a plan based on my description. And let's see. Yeah. Let's use that Noah Ops API. All right, so it's spinning up a planner agent, which is working on our plan. You can actually take a look and see what's going on here. Looks like it's using some various tools. Now this is currently building in our debug channel, so this will link through actually a WebSocket to the device, so we're able to get screenshots and that kind of stuff and debug. Okay, it looks like it created a spec document for us. Okay, and I'm just going to let it go to 10 because, I don't really care. All right, let's start building. All right, so I'm going to let the iOS builder loose on it. Looks like it's decided to use native map kit and Swift charts, and it's going to hit the endpoints. It looks like it started our builder here. See where we're at here. We're about 48 seconds in. What is it doing right now? Okay, it looks like let's see what's going on in here. All right, so it looks like it's starting a little bit on writing the different models. All right, so now we have the simulator popping up. This is our fresh look at this app. Who knows what it's going to look like here. And now it's installing the app. And then we'll say, let's see, allow using the app. Okay, cool. All right, so now it kind of created a bit of a mess here, but it's not bad for the first try. And then let's click on one of these here and see what happens. And there's our tide chart and our high and low tides. Wow. And I can go through and cycle. Let's see. Let's go ahead and find the nearest gauge. We're not in San Francisco here, so we got to tell this thing here where location is. Let's see, location, custom, and we're going to say take a screenshot. It looks like the gauges all overlap. Is there a way to make them show the gauge with text under it, and also group them if I am zoomed out quite a bit? When I tap the group, zoom in. And so, yeah, it's like being very helpful here. But let's go ahead and do an improvement here. So when it takes the screenshot, we'll see it right here. So now it's going to analyze the screenshot and help me fix this up a bit. Yep, that is a pilot. Oh, looks like it already was working on a fix for this. Oh, wait. Was it? How was it looking at it? That's pretty wild. It was kind of neat that we're, barely about 11 minutes into this thing, and we've got a pretty usable app. Another issue I see here is some of these tide gauges have some issues. Let's look at the less wild one. All right. Some of these tide gauges are not loading for some reason. Oh, take a screenshot. All right, so we're gonna have it take another screenshot, and maybe it can figure out why these are breaking. Let's see, how is our iOS build going? Oh, it's already deployed. It's funny. Cool. So now we have clustering. And not too pleased with how that turned out, but let's see here. Instead of the raindrop icon, use a little thumbnail of our tide chart. I was actually using the remote because I had to go do something. So it's been pushing to my phone while I was chatting with the agent while it's sitting on the computer. So that was kind of neat. But we're back at the computer, and I just kind of wanted to show you a little bit of our progress so far. So let's see, deploy on the simulator. All right, here we go. So things are a little bit better now. If I found out that there are, oh. Now notice how it relaunched. It's doing that because it's actually still actively coding this, taking screenshots, doing tweaks, and relaunching. And it seems that it's really interested in making sure that it's doing two different types of tide charts. Apparently, there's calculated tide charts, which are based off of existing tide information, and then there's also tide gauges that are actually being measured. So then that was the issue with our missing tide charts. So it'll probably do this over and over a few times, and it's being very particular about making sure that the dotted lines are showing up right, which I think is a little bit overkill. But these are the development cycles that that TransistorKit gets into. It basically is almost closed loop development, and you sort of direct it as it goes along. These are actually looking really nice. Pretty happy with the charts for the most part. I think there's some clipping issues So we got our predicted and actual measured. You can actually cycle through all the days and watch it drift, and I bet you it's based on like moon phase and all kinds of stuff. So it might be interesting to show moon phase so we can learn how things are impacted. And yeah, it looks like it's yeah. So so not only is the simulator relaunching our app to keep it current, but it's actually running another simulator and taking screen grabs from it. I think it's running it in some sort of headless mode, and it's actually able to manipulate the simulator, which I didn't know was possible, but apparently it's figured this out, and I kind of let it go. This is probably one of the more advanced versions of the builder. Sometimes you don't get so lucky, but we might need to do some tweaking with the prompting here. But you can take a look here how it's actually trying to get screen grabs of the different tide gauges on here to make sure that it's able to plot these dashed lines properly. I think it's becoming a little obsessed with it, but we'll just kind of let it go. And this is a good example of what you can do with TransistorKit in very little amount of time. We could have also been doing this on Android, and oh shoot, why not tvOS or whatever as well? But when we have all these simulators flying everywhere, it's really confusing. But yeah, I hope you get to try out TransistorKit and start building your apps.